World War II, 70-some years old. Anybody who's been awarded this medal is eligible for membership into the Veterans of Foreign Wars. When you look at it, the front, it has a sinking submarine that represents the subs that were sunk off the Atlantic coast and in the Pacific. It's got the backdrop of an American city representing the defense of the American coastline, Pacific and Atlantic. It's also got a B-2 Liberator bomber, and it has a U.S. Navy cruiser on it. And on the back is an eagle, and it says 1941 to 1945. If you look at the heraldry on it, on the stripes, it's red, white, and blue, which represents the flag of our nation. Also, there is a black and white stripe on one side that represents the Atlantic campaigns against Nazi Germany. And on the other side is a red and white stripe, which represents the Pacific campaigns against the Empire of Japan. Now, Warrior Grumbach had this on his records for many years. It was an oversight. And so we're going to fix that today. Sir, I'm going to step down here a second. How about I just hand it to you? This is the American Campaign Medal. Now that he has been authorized and awarded the American Campaign Medal, I would like to invite forward Mr. and Mrs. Fonstock. Please come forward. Escorting them is Senior Vice Commander Scott Henry and 7530 Warrior Don Hetrick. Let it be known, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Kimberly Ann Fonstock Bolts Memorial Post number 7530, Lower Allen, Pennsylvania. Certificate of membership is presented to Richard Henry Grumbach. Let it be known that Warrior Richard Henry Grumbach has fully met the eligibility requirements for membership into the Veterans of Foreign Wars. He is therefore accepted into the ranks of comrades at the Kimberly Ann Fonstock Bolts Memorial Post number 7530. Warrior Grumbach is accorded all privileges and rights granted to comrades of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. By virtue of his distinguished and honorable service with the United States Navy from 1943 to 1946 in time of war, and award of the American Campaign Medal, Warrior Grumbach joins an elite fraternity of warriors who served when our nation called. Kimberly Ann Fonstock Bolts Memorial Post number 7530 is proud to accept Warrior Grumbach into its ranks. Signed by the commander, dated 27 February 1922. And the reason the Fonstocks are up, Warrior Grumbach is officially the first member to be inducted into this post of the Kimberly Ann Fonstock Bolts Memorial Post. So, sir, would you present this? And at this time, Commander Scott Henry has something to say.
No. You may not be aware, but numbers 700 and below are reserved for regular members of the VFW. Mr. Grumbach has been a social member with number 1723 for years. I'd like to present your card 647 as a regular member of this post. Thank you. Cards for national in the mail. They mail out the life member cards for national. Thank you.
Thank you, Commander. And again, thank you, and Mr. and Mrs. Fonstock. This is an extreme honor. Next, I want to call up somebody named Sam Stetler. I think many of us know him. Warrior Stetler is also a World War II and United States Navy veteran. Would you like to please come? Got a little crowded here. Warrior Stetler enlisted in the United States Navy on 4 March 1943. His first assignment was at the Naval Training Station, Sampson, New York. From 1942 to 1946, that training station trained 2,400,000 sailors for World War II. From there, he went to the Armed Guard Center at Brooklyn. And what that is a service that was responsible for defending the United States and Allied merchant ships from attack by enemy assault, aircraft, submarines, and surface ships during World War II. Those that served at the AGC, the Armed Guard Center, were primarily gunners, signalmen, and radio operators on ships. During his service, Warrior Stetler served on the USS George Patton, the USS Joseph Warren, and the USS John Trumbull. They were, during his service on those ships, they would have been involved in transporting the 3rd and 4th Marine Divisions in the Pacific. And he would have participated in Guam, the campaigns of Guam, Leyte Gulf, the Philippines, the Solomon Islands, Okinawa, and he survived several Japanese strafing attacks and kamikaze attacks. And I believe his ship even survived a friendly fire incident. And while he was off of Okinawa, the ship went through a typhoon, I believe, on the outer edges of that. Warrior Stetler, here's something that's really impressive. Warrior Stetler has not missed a Veterans Day or a Memorial Day ceremony since 1946. I'd also like to invite up Warrior Elwood Skip Wiley. Escorting him up will be his son, as we know as Tugboat, United States Merchant Marine. Warrior Wiley enlisted in the United States Navy on 4 August 1943, or 6 August, I'm sorry. He went to boot camp at the Great Lakes in Illinois, and then he achieved the rank, by the time he discharged, of the rank of Quartermaster 3rd Class. What a quartermaster in the Navy does is navigate the ship. They don't get it lost. And so that's a pretty heavy duty responsibility to have. One thing about Warrior Wiley, he's a 2-time official survivor listed by the United States Navy. That means he had 2 ships go under him while he was on board in World War II. The first was LST-749. That happened in the Sulu Sea. They were inbound to Mindoro Islands, the Philippines. And on 21 December 1944, it was struck by a kamikaze aircraft. The crew was rescued by the U.S. Navy destroyer Converse. Warrior Wiley, I don't know if you knew, there was an engineer on it named Edward Ferguson. He wasn't part of the crew, but he was being transported to the Philippines. He later wrote in his memoirs about it. His records and his story is at the Utah State University Library. If you ever want to maybe get his memoirs and hear about it, please see me and we'll see what we can do to work that for you on that. I mentioned 2-time survivor. On 27 January 1946, Warrior Wiley was assigned to USS Tamara, and that hit the USS Jupiter in San Francisco Bay and went down in 42 feet of water on that. Warrior Wiley's awards and decorations include the Asiatic Pacific Medal with 3 battle stars, the American Campaign Medal, the World War II Victory Medal, and the Philippine Liberation Medal with 2 battle stars. And at this time, Tugboat, could you escort Warrior Herb Morrow up here, please? I'm going to turn it over for a special presentation to our fellow warriors of the Blanket of Honor out of Marietta, Pennsylvania. And they're going to do something. Now, the 2 main presenters are not U.S. Navy veterans. You notice I said U.S. Navy veterans as well as Herb Morrow. But they are combat veterans of the United States Marine Corps. So you think that will do? If they help? So, at this time, Warriors of the Blanket of Honor, Marietta, Pennsylvania. Take charge.
Hoorah! Welcome, everybody. Gentlemen, sailors, I'm so proud to be here for you. It's not only a blessing, but it's an honor. Myself, I served on an LST. I was an Amtracker. And I'll tell you what, those flat-bottom boats aren't an easy ride, just being on one. And I love you Navy guys. Although the stuff I've heard, crayon eater, dance partner, ride giver, there's nobody better that I would have rather served with than my Navy vets. Today we're here to honor you, and Jeff, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blankets of Honor here, we are here to remember our fallen, our veterans, our gold stars, our auxiliary. In these times today that we're having, it seems like our heroes are being forgotten. The mantra of "you are not forgotten" has become a bumper sticker, and we are here to change that. So now we say you are truly not forgotten. As a CEO, a combat veteran of the United States Marine Corps in Beirut, United States Army, got blown up, little friendly fire myself, and bringing a young kid home. There are no better way to say thank you up to what we created. So first of all, I'd like to give the Lord his due. So please remain seated and bow your heads. Dear Lord, you know how deep a warrior's wounds go. You know the loss of many of our veterans in body and soul. You know how many memories haunt them and the scars that many of them continue to carry. Please bring healing to those veterans who still hurt. Please grant patience and wisdom to those around who cannot understand, but sometimes help the healing process. Please apply both natural and supernatural medicines to their wounds. Amen. Again, there's nothing I can say. Heroes. In our times, we need these people, not to be the hero today, but to be the inspiration for tomorrow. Because I'll tell you, in these times, it's very far and few. So, gentlemen, I would like to thank you for being here today. And we are here to honor you and present to you a blanket of honor. Now, if you just turn around behind you real quick, these are what you're receiving today. And it's, you want to turn around, sir, and just look at it. My wife says I had hearing like that too, so don't worry about it. We are here to present Sam, Richard, and Skip a blanket from the Navy. A blanket so deserved that we are here to honor you for your service that has been honorable and faithful. So as we wrap these blankets around you, let it be known that you are never alone. And as long as we exist, we will always be ready to comfort you and honor you. We are brothers in arms and sisters too. And for your service, you shall truly not be forgotten. Just like the threads in these blankets are woven together, we are woven together in that same sister and brotherhood. We have a bond that no one can break. Know that there are less than 3% that's ever served this great nation. And I tell you, for our women out there, our veterans, it's even less than that. So we are here to thank you for your service and your commitment. So again, we thank you for your outstanding sacrifices, and we thank you for your commitment, not only to your family, which is a big one, but to your country. Because there's a lot of people that don't appreciate that these days. In closing, I'd like to give a scripture. Jesus said, I give you a new commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. So you must go and love one another. John 13:34, NIV. Well, everybody knows when you get out of the military, You're handed your DD 214 and your, normally, I don't know if they handed them, but a challenge coin. So what we're doing today is we are honoring this day. I'm sorry. So, Richard, thank you for your service, sir. And I as always say, welcome home. Thank you. So was your service.
Thank you.
Skip. This here is what true freedom means to us. We'd like to thank you all and thank our veterans.
One thing special about this, see this young man here? This is the son of Warrior Wiley, and it was our privilege to have him help participate in honoring his father. Warrior Morrow on the side here, the reason he's up here today also, he already received his blanket a while ago, and so Warrior Morrow, as a fellow World War II and Navy veteran, is here to congratulate his fellow warriors. So thanks all for this. Gentlemen, thank you. At this time, I'd like to